Welcome to a podcast based on a white paper by Martin Lush, Global Vice President, NSF Pharma, Biotech and Medical Devices. Human error, causes and prevention. Time for a rethink. The following is from The Rules Governing Medicinal Products in the European Union, Volume 4. Where the true root causes of the issue cannot be determined, consideration should be given to identifying the most likely root causes and to addressing those. Where human error is suspected or identified as the cause, this should be justified having taken care to ensure that process, procedural or systems-based errors or problems have not been overlooked, if present. Appropriate corrective actions and/or preventative actions should be identified and taken in response to investigations. The regulatory agencies have a uniquely broad perspective on the causes of GMP deviations, batch rejections and recall. And this insight has driven the agencies to expect a higher degree of scrutiny when performing root cause analysis. And when human error is cited as the root cause, is this true, or just a convenient coat peg for all ill-defined or low-performing QMS? For too long in our industry, those at the sharp end have been blamed for most deviations and unplanned quality incidents. Why? Because it's quick and convenient. Over 50 years ago, Deming said that 90% of errors were not caused by the worker, but by the systems created by management. We agree. What the regulators are expecting is to see a comprehensive investigation and to make sure the real root cause is identified before attributing any deviation to human error. For this year, we recommend the following guidance. Remember that human error is the consequence, and rarely the cause, of deviations. Human error should be the starting point of your investigation, rarely its conclusion. People make mistakes for a reason. Overcomplexity, poor process design, stress and anxiety. The list is endless. Address these issues and repeat incidents stay away. If you blame the operators and then retrain them, incidents will come back. Remove human error as a category in your deviation management system. Force your deviation investigators to identify the real root cause. Get better informed and educated about human error, causes and prevention. Standard operating procedures. One of our clients had over 2,000 SOPs, with an average of 15 pages each. Not unusual, you may think. With our help, the client estimated that each SOP cost approximately £18,000. When you take into account the cost of the people writing them, the time spent reviewing and approving them, the cost of infrastructure and training, and the myriad of administrative activities, the estimated cost is huge, but shouldn't be surprising. The problem was that the company had a history of procedural non-compliance and deviations caused by overly complex SOPs. So that's £36,000 for SOPs that were difficult to follow, so therefore rarely used. Hardly a good return on investment. So use this year to rethink your approach to SOPs. Remember, their core purpose is to ensure consistency and standardization, not to confuse and frustrate. Write them for the target audience, not the auditor or inspector. Get users involved. Make sure their level of detail reflects the complexity of the task and the experience of the target audience. Adopt the less is more approach. The greater the complexity, the greater the risk. You don't need words. Use pictures, diagrams, schematics and symbols, in fact anything other than words. Invest in proper SOP training in the workplace, not in the check-the-box approach in the classroom. Road test key SOPs to make sure they work before you implement them. Do not allow non-users to add unnecessary complexity. QA, take note. Surgeons, pilots, and the military use well-designed checklists to improve consistency, so why don't we? If you need any advice or guidance, please get in touch. For further information on this and other white papers, please visit www.nsfpharmabiotech.org.